The Labour government seems to think if they call something, then it is that. But it isn't actually, because we know very well it won't be. But this story in the front of the Times is interesting. Keir Starmer says supposedly he's putting pressure on police chiefs to release more information about offenders. Now, I find that quite staggeringly kind of surprising, because my belief is that last year Keir Starmer was putting pressure on them not to release information as opposed to release information. So what do you make of this about why would the police ever think it was a good idea to withhold ethnicity, nationality and any other identifiable information about suspects in a rape case?
Anybody who's listening or watching who is over the age of 50, shall we say?
Yes.
I've got some very gloomy news for you, if you haven't already worked it out. The policing that you knew has gone forever.
Yeah.
Sadly, that policing that was all about public service, keeping the streets safe, all of that, gone. We now have a massively politicised police service where you have all these senior police officers with their numerous university degrees who are as woke and as liberal and consequently as pernicious and as dangerous as you can imagine, because they've gone so far from that blue-collar occupation that policing used to be into thinking they are now part of the illuminatory, the highly educated, intellectual...
Letters after their name, that sort of thing.
Exactly, right? And this is very relevant to what I'm about to talk about. The College of Policing, okay, an absolutely lamentable think tank that really needs to be disbanded because therein lies the root of all this pernicious wokery and nonsense kind of thinking, hands down guidelines about what information should be released about arrested persons. And essentially, it kind of absolves itself of some responsibility because it says it's at the discretion of chief constables. Well, chief constables, I could give you numerous examples of appalling chief constables who are really not friends of the people and they are just politicised creatures. And so Warwickshire, when these two Afghan men get charged with rape, of course there is now a court case that is going to follow, they decided within themselves to not release the details, background, ethnicity and the such like of those two men. But of course somebody knew, somebody had had a whisper, because the story found its way to the Sun, and the Sun managed to discover who these people were and where they were from. And of course